Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. It is great to have you here because in today's episode, for the first time, we are going to be trying to make Damascus steel.
We've done that before.
From stainless steel.
Before we jump into the video, let's thank today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. Squarespace is a website building platform that we've both used and think is absolutely fantastic, super intuitive and easy to use, and you can get started today with a free trial at squarespace.com/forge, and then you'll get 10% off your initial purchase with code FORGE at checkout.
Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this. First thing that's going to happen on this, you've actually done it in the past. That's why you're Mr. Green Thumb now. So let's head to the past and then come back to the present. Will, you're meant to keep your thumbs attached.
Oh, not a good past 2 days.
That's all good. We're okay. Thank goodness you can get these on Saturday, the 23rd of November.
I wonder if that'll actually
at alecsteelshop.com to stop traumatic bleeding events.
Oh!
You gotta have a tourniquet on your person every day, ladies and gentlemen.
That did help.
That stopped the bleeding.
Okay, but that hurts really bad. That hurts a lot worse than the large chunk of my thumb that I just took off.
How did you do it?
I was grinding on a thin piece of AEBL and it slipped and the Trizact belt took that off. Took it right down to the
That's not.
Oh no.
the old bloody part. Jamie didn't include this in the video yesterday, but I took a pretty good chunk out of my knuckle yesterday grinding the bevels on the halberd. Oh, that's actually not that bad.
How's the thumb feeling, Will? Great, so I'm gonna do some of the grinding that made you sacrifice your thumb. In the meantime,
I'm gonna cut some more 304 and hopefully get enough steel to build a can around the outside to keep oxygen out of the billet, which might be an important thing when making stainless Damascus. We don't know.
We don't know what we're doing, so we'll give it a go, and you're gonna see us fail. I was gonna say or succeed, we're gonna fail. Well, we'll try. So here's where we're at. We have ground every single surface that is touching to clean it. You know, this is not something that we need to go to the lengths of doing on normal Damascus steel. We can just make sure there's not dirt or rust on it. But here, stainless Damascus steel, which we have no idea how to make, we want to make sure that we're taking every precaution to make sure we have clean stainless on clean stainless. And of course, as you can see, we also have enough material to completely seal the billet in a can. This is much like the process that Will did when he was making Stegosaurus Damascus steel down with Steve Schwartzer in Florida. Once it's all welded together, we're also gonna grind this overhanging bit of steel. We'll weld a handle on and put it in the fire like this. Start hammering on it, hopefully it sticks. Alrighty, I have this welded the whole way around. First I have a little bit of stainless TIG welding.
Looks good.
Yeah, didn't come out too bad. I'm impressed with that. I definitely dipped my tungsten more than once.
Nothing like a little liquid stainless steel tungsten swimming.
Yeah.
To make you sad.
Yeah, it definitely makes you sad. It's not good to get your tungsten into the molten metal, but I'm pretty confident we're not going to be letting any oxygen in anyway.
That's the important part.
That is the important part, but that said, we still have no idea what we're doing. How hot are we going to get it, Will?
Very.
Exactly. Accuracy at its finest. We're just going to throw it in the forge, let it heat up.
Let it soak for a little bit in the heat.
How come?
Because of reasons
that we have no idea. The trouble is, with making this, there are people that we could reach out to who would probably, if it wasn't for the whole showing 500,000 people, they'd probably let us know how they make their stainless steel Damascus. They'd let us know the recipe that they spent years and years and years developing. It would be uncouth of us to approach them asking how they made stainless steel Damascus and then have that information end up to the whole world. So what we've got to do is
Figure it out ourselves.
exactly. So welcome to part 1 of 300 trying to make stainless steel Damascus. Let's throw this thing in the forge, let it get hot and see if it sticks. Welding heat number 1, here we go! That's scary. Back in the fire. I can't tell you whether it welded or not, because since it's in a can, it's contained. So even if it wasn't welded, it might look like it's welded. So we have no idea. You'll have to wait till the next heat, or the next heat, or the next heat, and sadly, so will we. Oh boy. That is worrying. That's the bubble forming from one of the edge pieces that made our can. So we know our can didn't weld to it, which is not necessarily bad, but at least we know one thing didn't weld. We just gotta hope that the inside stuff welded. Look at that! We've only gone done it well! That's a solid piece of material. Serious question, where do we go from here? Rista, what is the purpose of life when you've achieved a stainless Damascus well? Mosaic stainless Damascus? That is not good! It is delaminating. While trying to forge it on the diagonal, it just ripped apart down there, as you can see. So we're gonna cut it off and not forge this into W's. Alrighty, stainless steel Damascus. Not quite as easy as normal steel Damascus, because we have one glorious failure at the end of this part where it tore itself apart. Now, I tried doing a little kind of mosaic technique stuff back here, and that's why we have this flat bar. So we do have one tiny little section that would work as a mosaic, you know, so it's not necessarily impossible for this to stick together well enough to be made into mosaic.
Weld enough.
Ah, I get it. Now this part here that we have drawn out is a dandy piece of square bar, but the side pieces that made up our can didn't weld very well, and so we're gonna go ahead and need to grind those out. You can see them pretty clearly. It's really clear to see where the areas of delamination are, and so we are going to be grinding all of that off. Stainless steel is a lot tougher than normal steel, or even high carbon steel. This is so ridiculously difficult to twist. This bar is probably 5/8 or 3/4 of an inch in thickness, maybe 20 millimeters in thickness, and this is about as difficult as twisting 1 1/4 of mild steel, maybe.
Oh, you know what might help?
What's that?
Twisting it harder.
All right, Will, you're up.
Easy. Oh, come on. That's so easy. I can't believe how easy this is.
Okay, Will very easily twisted the steel. It is now time for us to make something from it. It's twisted. We're gonna draw it down into some flat bar. And the project that we are going to undertake is, since Thanksgiving is just around the corner, we're gonna be making ourselves a turkey carving set. So I'm gonna make the fork from it, Will is gonna make the carving knife from it, and hopefully we're gonna have ourselves some nice stainless steel kitchen utensils. As you can see, I made a little oopsie there right at the end, but that's okay. What I want to do is I want to take it into the grinding room and grind off all of the little cold shuts that form from twisting and then reflattening it. And then from there, we'll have to cut it in half, so that half of it is for our carving knife, half of it is for our carving fork. Well, this is pretty worrying. I've spent a huge amount of time in the grinding room. We've taken off a lot of material, and yet still, it looks like we have cracks in it, as you can see from the footage playing above my face. Right now, it does not look good. It looks terrible, and those little lines, they come out when I put this in the water. I then take it out, and it's almost like stuff is oozing out of the stainless steel Damascus, which I'm not thrilled about. So, I actually have no idea what to do. I want to have a look at the pattern. I want to see how it looks. So I'm going to degrease it. We're going to etch it. I am very worried that we've failed at making stainless steel Damascus, because I ground a lot deeper than I would even have to grind on a normal piece of steel. All right, so let's see how this 304 and AEBL stainless steel takes to some ferric chloride. Okay, it's been in there about 20 minutes or so. There's nothing on it.
It didn't stain at all. Stainless. I think we need muriatic acid.
What?
Muriatic acid. Muriatic acid.
Okay. Apparently this is the wrong acid to use for etching it, so we can't see the pattern.
Heyo.
Oh, is steel blue doing it?
Yes, it is.
I can see it's happening more and more as time goes on. Let's put some more steel blue on. Do we have ourselves some stainless Damascus?
Yeah, we do!
So we didn't get the pattern to pop a whole lot with what we have.
Yeah, we do need a different kind of acid. That should help actually get it to stand out from one layer to the next.
You're pretty confident that we're gonna be able to grind through the cracks?
I think so, yeah. I mean, we see this when we do twisted steel normally as well. I think it's just the valleys in there.
I might just be a little hyper worried about it. Hopefully we'll get that sorted, because I really want to make ourselves a cool turkey carving set with this bad boy in time for Thanksgiving. So thank you guys for coming along. We're gonna end the video by thanking today's sponsor, which has been Squarespace. Building a website with Squarespace is incredibly easy. You do it right from your browser, which means that you can keep it updated wherever you are in the world. The way it works is you use templates, which are designed by their world-class design team to work seamlessly with computers and mobile, and it's drag and drop. It's incredibly easy to build out this beautiful looking website that can include videos and photos and text. You can sell unlimited products with Squarespace, and it is your one-stop website shop, because you can even purchase the domain that you're gonna use with your website natively in Squarespace to save the confusion and hassle of having to link one domain from one provider with your website. I've done it, it's a nightmare. It's so much easier being able to do it natively in Squarespace. There are no plugins necessary. Squarespace is continually updating what it is that they are offering in their product. And of course, with your Squarespace subscription is 24/7 support. So go ahead and go to squarespace.com/forge to get yourself a website that looks as beautiful as this does, even on a mobile phone. You'll have a free trial to start building it, see if you like it, and if you do and you want to continue with Squarespace, using code FORGE is going to be getting you 10% off your first purchase. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring the video. Thank you guys for watching. Cannot wait to make this carving set out of this stainless steel Damascus, provided it works. We'll see. And we'll see you then.